you guys. It is currently around 8:30. Arthur's with me and we are in the car. We are on our way to Jet Rag, you guys. So my last video you guys totally loved, and I didn't have like the greatest experience because I only walked out with 4 items, but they are 4 items that I totally like. And so this time we got a budget of 20 bucks and we are going pretty early. So savage mode is on. I'm ready to go through all these piles and actually, like, you know, get in all the action and actually get my hands through everything. And so hopefully there's unopened bales, and I'm pretty sure there will be since it's pretty early. But again, let's see what we can get with 20 bucks.
But it's daunting waiting here backwards, wasted as well. Coming jaded, but I'm in deep now. Yeah, it's daunting waiting here backwards, wasted too.
Whatever you have that you haven't sorted this out, we're gonna put it back over here for the rest of the
If you wanna leave it alone, fly out to sea world.
Don't play with $20 bills. And you got only.
Can't wait to see the weekend. Sometimes space to breathe. It's not like that.
Chaotic, guys. You guys, this was all the items that we were able to get. We did fill a whole bin. So Arthur is sorting now, but I'm so out of breath.
Tempting like a mistress. Why can't you just roll with me? Rolling's quite the time.
We are finally in my apartment now, you guys, and I only ended up spending $6 of the $20 budget I gave myself. Also, if you plan to go to Jet Rag, do not make the same mistake I did, because if you want to be there for when they tear open the bales, they do that every Sunday at 10:45 on the dot. Arthur and I woke up hella early, got there at 8:30, because we thought that they just opened up bales throughout the entire day. They do not. It only happens once, and it's at 10:45. Jet Rag is definitely a lot more vintage, so we're talking about like 80s and earlier. I would consider myself to be more like 90s and Y2K. So when I go, I don't ever usually have expectations of finding super trendy Y2K pieces. This time around, they did have a bale with a whole bunch of corsets, and I didn't stand in front of it. I decided to choose a bale that just had like a lot of color in it, and it wasn't the corsets, but I did walk out with some cool pieces and only $6 worth. So let's get to the first item. This is piece number 1, and yes, it is a jacket. Do I live in SoCal? Yes, I do. Is it very necessary? Yes, it is. Arthur and I have a very unhealthy obsession of collecting jackets. I really like these type of lightweight windbreakers, and so it's pretty similar to this one that I have here. I actually got this one from an estate sale, but I just love how colorful, how ornate the print is. So when I saw this one, I had to take it with me, and it was only a freaking $1. So you're really not breaking the bank, but I will admit that when I was trying to zip it up, the like zipper or the pull tab did break in 2. And so, you know, when you're going to Jet Rag, and especially this $1 sale, don't have expectations of finding things that are like brand new or in mint condition, because you really do get what you pay for. Anytime I do come across these jackets, they usually have like the typical scarf print, chain print, but this one actually has like a sun and moon charm design to it. So I was just like, okay, that is so freaking cool. I also really like the oversized fit. So wearing something a little bit more fitted underneath, I think pairs well so nicely. And of course, tube socks and my sneakers. But I'm super into this silhouette and just how casual it is, but on the plus side too, because it fits me oversized. Arthur can also borrow it whenever he wants. Moving on to the second piece, I will give you guys a minute to try and guess which item it is. If you guessed the skirt, that is correct. So, you guys, it's so disappointing because one of the first items that I found was actually like a midi slip dress that was so freaking cute. It had like an underwire cup. It was a white color, but I had it at the bottom of the bin, and so I accidentally tossed it back into all of the piles that people were looking through, and some other girl picked it up before I was able to find it. So I made it a mission to at least walk away with one slip or lingerie item, and it's actually this little midi skirt that I found. But it is just like any other ordinary slip skirt, so it has an elasticized waistband. We have a little lace trim here, but essentially it looks just like this, only in black, and it is the same length too, so I like to just put it right under my boobs and then cinch it with a corset or a belt just so that you can get like the mini length effect. But I know that slip skirts are pretty damn common in thrift stores, but if you're in LA, they tend to go for anywhere between $3 to $7, so the fact that I was able to get this for only $1, I think is totally worth it. Plus, I feel like they're pieces that totally get slept on, but y'all, I'm just saying at least have one in your wardrobe because they're such versatile pieces. You can wear them as dresses, you can wear them as skirts, you can determine the length that you want. So all I'm saying, at least have one in your closet. The next item I got is this little crochet top. So someone actually tossed it back into the piles. I don't know why they wouldn't want it. Maybe because it gives like major grandma vibes, but surprisingly, I don't have a lot of purple in my wardrobe. I literally only have this blazer and what I'm wearing. That is all the purple I have in my closet. So immediately my mind went to a monochrome fit, Danielle. Easy. So I decided just to put it with this little pleated skirt that I got in Visalia. So if you haven't watched that video yet, I'll put it up here in the cards and then down in the description. And then from the Goodwill outlet, found this sparkly bikini top that I usually just wear as a top. And then of course tights and my demonias just to grunge it up a bit. But not gonna lie, I did have a little bit of trouble styling this. Like if I weren't gonna do a monochrome fit, I don't know how else to wear it. So if you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments, especially if you guys do know my style, because I was just like, what the heck do I put with crochet? I had no idea. So I definitely feel like I scored with this one because it was only $1. So let's go to the next item. Okay, up next is this top here, and I don't remember getting it, and I don't remember why I would get this. I just feel like it's definitely not my style. I mean, I can see how I could have been into the silhouette because it has a square neck, and maybe because it was satin, and maybe because it was brown and I don't have a lot of neutrals in my wardrobe, but also it's missing a button, so it fits a little loose. But this is the brand Fish, and I don't really know what the print is. I do see like clouds and little chariots pulled by horses, but don't really know why I got this. I think for me, for sure, this is a fail. Really happy I only spent $1. I don't know how else I could revamp this. Maybe replace the straps with some chains, definitely fit it a bit more, change the buttons to just something a lot cooler. But the way that it is now, I'm not really feeling it. So I'm just gonna toss it into my thrift flip pile, and then we'll revamp it some other time just so that it better fits my style. But with this fit, I just decided to pair it with some high-waisted pants that I also got at an estate sale. They fit super nicely, and they also have a flare leg. Don't mind the shoes. The shoes don't even matter. I just needed some height. Okay, this piece is next here, and it was literally the last item that I picked up when I was there, and it had some nasty ass brown stains on them. I don't know what it was exactly, but luckily it did come out when I hand washed it. But the main reason why I got it is because of these little roses that were sewn onto the hem. How freaking adorable is that? And yes, I feel like this is the ultimate granny chic piece, but I'm thinking again of thrift flipping this, so just imagine it as a mini skirt. How freaking cute would that be? So that's what I plan on doing. It already has an elastic waistband, so I'm thinking I can just scrunch it up a bit, crop it. I usually don't mind midi length skirts, but this one falls exactly where it makes me super self-conscious about my legs, because I've mentioned this before, my calf muscles are pretty much non-existent. I call them my little deer legs. They're super skinny, so I feel like mini skirts really just bring so much attention to my calf, so we gotta shorten it, especially with my height of only being 5'3". With this purple blazer, it'll look so dang cute. Imagine. Oh yes, can't wait. Okay, let's go to our next item. We are down to the last item of this haul, and they are these pants. Do you guys see this? They fit like a freaking glove, and it belongs to like a sailor uniform, so I found the top. Arthur actually found these, and I don't know if is it the Marines, the Navy? I don't really know if that's like the same thing, but I know it has to do with water. But I know that it's the bottoms of the uniform just because all of the buttons are engraved with an anchor design. And then the inside of the pants actually has a tag that has the name, SSN, and the size of the pants. So I think that's so freaking awesome. They do fit me a little bit cropped, but I feel like with boots, you can easily just hide that. But I've never had a pair of pants fit me this nicely before. And so with how high-waisted it is, I was trying to figure out, okay, what top do I wear? I was going through everything I had, and the smallest top I had was this little butterfly one, which I think works perfectly with it. I think it looks so nice with it. But let me bring you in a little bit closer. So you guys saw all the buttons that we have here in the front. So it does take a minute to just like button everything together. It's a super high waist. And then the back actually has this little lace-up detail that I think looks pretty cool too. I'm not too knowledgeable when it comes to vintage clothing, but if this really is part of a sailor uniform, you guys, I have a piece of history in my wardrobe, so I think it's super awesome. But you guys, that pretty much does it for the end of my $1 jet rag sale haul video. God, that is a mouthful. But if you like the pieces, let me know in the comments down below. I'm also gonna leave the address and the hours of jet rag if you guys wanna go hit it up for yourselves. It is definitely an experience. Again, if you wanna be there when the Bales open, it's 10:45 a.m., so there is a set time. I did mention this in my previous video, but because everything is just $1, it's a good opportunity to just step out of your comfort zone, your fashion comfort zone, especially if you are into vintage. Again, I would say anything that's like 80s and earlier, it's usually the hub that I go to find all my granny sweaters. But I mean, other than that, it gives you something to do on the weekend that's pretty affordable and accessible to everyone. But as always, guys, I do post videos at least once a week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!